Today we have 1 hour of Mewtwo EX gameplay, aka Team Rocket's box. The first game I'm going to show you guys is, well, pretty one-sided, but the other 4 games are all insanely close games that come down to the wire in the very final turn. So sit back, grab a snack, grab a drink, and I'm also going to show you guys the updated list right now for this list, and then at the very end of the video, I'll show you guys my most up-to-date list, which I never got to play in this video. Big changes in this list is we now have the Team Rocket Sneasel in here, which is really good at sniping your opponent's benched Pokemon. Essentially, you triple the damage counters on your opponent's benched Pokemon that you're swinging into for one Team Rocket's energy. We've cut the Zapdos, but we're keeping the Articuno because we really need that bench protection against Dragapult EX still. We cut down the Rocket's Mewtwo EX down to 1 copy instead of 2. So our main attacker in this deck is of course going to be Team Rocket Spidops. We do have a Wobbuffet in here, so if a Rocket's Mewtwo EX does get hit, we can just move that damage right over back to your opponent with the Wobbuffet, which is really clutch. We're keeping the Mimikyu here because it's just super versatile and strong. We're going maximum consistency for that really big turn 1. So much of this deck relies on your first turn and just setting up, so we're going with 4 Team Rocket's Proton. Gusting is always very good, so we have 1 counter catcher in the list, no boss's orders, but we have 3 Team Rocket's Giovanni, which is essentially a Team Rocket's Prime Catcher. Next up for draw, we got 3 Arianas, 2 Iono, 1 Archer is an Archer. Archer's like an unfair stamp, essentially. 4 Transceivers for maximum outs to all the supporters, since this deck lives and dies by supporters. We have 3 copies of Ultra Ball. We really want to get these Spidops on the board as quick as we can, but also we want to thin out our hand of useless cards so that our Ariana can draw us more cards as well. And Ultra Ball is just really good in general because our Spidops' attack damage is based on our bench Pokemon, so having just more bench Pokemon the merrier. Great Ball as well to guarantee we have some Team Rocket's Pokemon, either evolution or not. It's just a really good card. It's essentially capturing Aroma if you ever played Lugia, but it's for Team Rocket's Pokemon only. 2 Earthen Vessels. I feel like 2 is a must-have for this deck. We got 2 Night Stretchers. Energy Switch is one of the best cards in the deck. Energy Switch just allows you to pull off some surprise attacks you could do with like a Mewtwo EX. Secret Box is still going to be remaining as our ace spec for this list, but if you do want to experiment with Maximum Belt is another great option. For damage modifiers, we have 1 copy of Defiance Band, 3 Rocket's Factory. I was thinking about 4 because, you know, so much of our engine relies on, you know, playing supporters to then, you know, pop off and then we draw more with the factory, but I think 3 is that sweet spot. So all these games were filmed in Arceus Rank and Pokemon Trading Card Game Live. I'll have timestamps for them as well, so if you want to watch a couple of games now, maybe a couple of games later, feel free to do so. And of course, hit that like button down below. Let's see if we can get this video to 300 likes. First game is going to be against N's Zoroark EX. For the first couple of games here, I'm going to really walk you through everything we're doing, why I'm doing it, so you can sort of get a tutorial from me on this deck. I'm always going to do that for these big hour-long gameplays, and then once we get into the later games of it, maybe I'll start yapping about random other things. But we really want to lock in on the gameplay here first, because that's what you guys are here for, to learn about the deck, to learn about the strategy, and what to do in different scenarios that come up. So here, we're going to start off with a Tarountula in the active, and Articuno in our hand is fine. We're going first, so we don't have to worry about getting poison donked. Articuno is a card that you really only need to bench against Dragapult, so if you can keep it in your hand for Ultra Ball fodder, that's always cool. So unfortunately, no Team Rocket's Proton turn 1, but we do have 2 Buddy Pop-ins, which is essentially the same thing, which is really good to see. So we're going to flood the board with all these guys. This Mimikyu is a useless Pokemon in this matchup. However, we do want to have a free retreat option, so when we are attacking with our Pokemon, we're able to easily use Team Rocket's Giovanni and do our own thing. And then we'll go Articuno as well. We really want to maximize our output of damage, and having all these guys out mean we can do 300 to our opponent's Zoroark EX. So for this matchup, we are going to have type advantage, which is really big, especially because we want to always 1-hit KO the Zoroark EX. This Ends Reshiram is a very strong defensive counter attacker, so if we leave a Reshiram that's not fully dealt with, it can become an issue. Ooh, okay. Looking like a pretty slow start for them. They're just gonna go TM Evo there. Their little Zorua there. And here, if we're able to get Team Rocket's Giovanni, we kind of run away with it. Okay, so we got Spidops. We'll go Spidops there. We're definitely not playing Iono, I can tell you that much. We're just going to grab one grass. Do we want to grab one or two? Because we have Ariana, so we could draw 8 cards, 8 random cards, or we could have +1 and then, you know, I think we're going to take 2. I think taking 2 is the safest thing, because if we do get an Ultra Ball, that means we can just Ultra Ball away the energy that we have, and then we can just continue the Spidops fun. There we go. That's exactly what I wanted to see. So we've got Factory here. We can go Ultra Ball, discarding Proton and the energy, grabbing ourselves another Team Rocket's Spidops. I wish we had Bundle in this deck. I know some decks might play Bundle. Bundle is always a valid card. We'll go ahead and charge up our Spidops on the bench, and then we can do a free Team Rocket's Factory to draw 2 more. And from here, we have Knockout, and I think we're chilling. Yeah, I think we're chilling there. We could get hit with an Iono or an Unfair Stamp. That's pretty common for them, so we're just going to maintain our hand and just take that easy knockout on the ends Reshiram. Alright, let's see if they're able to bounce back from that turn. If not, we just might win in 2 quick, easy turns. Alright, there is the draw for turn. And they don't even have an attacker. I think they're saying GG's. Oof, yeah, that's rough. This next game features a very cool, fun new deck. We're going to be playing against Yanmega EX with Iron Hands and a Dunsparce. And yes, I know that deck sounds wacky, but it does work. It has a lot of chemistry going on with it. The synergies are fantastic, and it's actually a deck I want to feature on the channel soon. So if you want to see a Yanmega deck profile, comment that down below too. All right, let's get into game number 2. Playing against All Man Bro 67 for this one. Not a super amazing looking hand. On the bright side, we do have an Earthen Vessel, so we can at least start getting some grass energies in the discard. They're of course going to put 2 down because they're scared of getting donked. And let's see what our turn 1 draw is. A Counter Catcher. So we're going to go attach, Earthen Vessel, discard that, and we'll just drop in a Wobbuffet as well. Attach for turn, and pass. So pretty underwhelming turn 1 here. Also, if you guys want to experiment with Pokegear, I know we have 4 Rockets Transceivers in the list already, but having that additional way to find more supporters in this deck is really good. So Ultra Ball is getting played. Pokegear, you know, at a 1 or 2 of copy is not horrible as well. I think I recall toward Reklev when he had his Rockets box deck in Japan, he did play 1 Pokegear as well, to just get some additional supporter out, since this deck heavily relies on those very strong supporters. And we're gonna get hit with a zapping draw for 30, and they draw a card. Okay, we at least have the return KO on the Pichu, which is pretty it's pretty funny. All right, let's go ahead and attach for turn. Oh wait, can we? No, we can't even attack with the Wobbuffet. Okay, well, attach that, go for the swing. We'll take down this feels so weird. We're taking down the Pichu with the Tarountula. We're playing against some sort of Yanmega EX deck though. Nice, Team Rocket's Factory is huge for us. That's going to give us some more draw power. Love to see that. Alright, there's the Yanmega. The Yanmega has a really cool effect. When it switches into the active, you get to accelerate 3 basic grass from your deck to your Pokemon in any way you like. Oh no, it goes to that Pokemon specifically, so yeah, Mega specifically. And then you pair with the other bug, the Dunsparce. So they're smacking our Tarountula. They get to move their energies over to the Dunsparce, and the Dunsparce can also attack if they want to later on. Alright, so here we're gonna probably have to attack the Dunsparce. So we're gonna have to play the Rocket Giovanni. We're gonna have to promote the Wobbuffet. Wobble. Nice. Okay, we got the Ultra Ball. So we'll go this, and then we can go Ultra Ball, discarding those 2. Yeah, I think that's the play. Then we can get our Spidops, and then we go Rockets Giovanni, bring in that guy, and then draw 2 off the Rockets Factory. Cool. Okay, we're slowly getting there. We're slowly getting some things. We are legitimately in such a bad spot here. I think we just have to thin out another card, right? Benching another Pokemon has the same effect as 9, 18, 20. Ooh, the Sneasel. The Sneasel could come clutch. Yeah, I think the Sneasel's the play. I think Sneasel's the play here. Because if we get Team Rocket's energy, if the Dunsparce goes to the bench, our Sneasel can one-hit it, KO it, because it's going to hit it for 180. Alright, that's an interesting play. We would need Rockets Giovanni. We would need Rockets Giovanni, and then factory draws us the rocket's energy. Oh, it's cooked, man. We're in a weird spot. All right, let's do it. Let's promote Wobbuffet. Hopefully we can top deck a supporter here. Okay, Rockets Giovanni. Are we doing the play? I think we're gonna do the play. We're gonna bring in the... It doesn't make too much of a difference since Yamega has... Yamega can just knock us out. Actually, no, they can't. Scyther can just retreat. Okay, now we got the factory. Can we hit the Rocket's energy? Oh, no shot. We hit the Rocket's energy. That's insane. Okay, we still have a fighting chance. We got the exact play that we were hoping for. That's crazy. That's crazy. Perfect math. Able to knock out the Dunsparce EX. We're still in it. We're hanging on by a thread. If this is not entertaining, I don't know what is, because that was a crazy play. We were able to hit that 2-card combo. And now we have the Rockets Transceiver, which means we can get any supporter we want from our deck. So we could get something like a Team Rockets Ariana to draw a bunch of cards, or we could also get the Archer to shuffle, basically be an unfair stat. Oh, okay. We are popping off here. We're popping off here. Okay, let's go. Rockets Transceiver. That's going to give us Ariana. Ariana's going to give us 1 billion cards. We also want to start getting up our Tarountulas on the board too. So let's bring back one of our Tarountulas, shall we? And now Ariana. Draw 6 cards here. Bench. Ultra Ball. Discard those 2. I think we really want to get the Spidops for the next turn. Let's go ahead and let's play this guy, get the Giovanni, and then we're gonna go factory here for 2. Pop in sick. Let's drop in the Tarountula here. Oh my god, our next turn could be absolutely insane too. So this play on the next turn would rely on us playing Giovanni to bring in the Yanmega, promote the Mewtwo. We would have to hit a Rocket's energy off the factory, and then Spidops can load up an energy, and we would need Rocket's energy and Spidops, another Spidops, and then we would have KO on the Yanmega. So I don't know if you followed along with me there. We need to Giovanni up the Yanmega. That would allow us to draw 2 off the factory. The other route is if we just get an energy, we could swing for a Spidops attack, but that's not as fun, you know. That's not as fun going for the 2-hit combo. I want to go for the 1-hit combo, but now we can't go for the 1-hit combo because they promoted the Yanmega. So in this case, we're going to go for most likely the Spidops play. Once the Yanmega is softened up, we can just clean up with the Sneasel instead. Ooh, Iron Hands EX. Okay. I have seen this list running around a little bit when I was doing some research about some Japanese Yanmega list. It's a pretty cool list. If you guys want to see a Yanmega EX gameplay or deck profile, let's see if we can get this video to 300 thumbs up. And if we do, I'll record that ASAP rocket. Alright, so our poor Sneasel is going to get destroyed for weakness. Oh my god, that was gross. And then the Iron Hands is ready to go. Pretty nasty combo there. So in this scenario, we can potentially hit the 280 mark, but now we don't have to use the Giovanni. We can just actually see a ton of cards. So we're going to go promote the Mewtwo EX here. And then Poffin, we'll play the Poffin and thin out the Mimikyu. We'll evolve 1 Spidops. And so here we have 2 options, okay? Let's first of all charge up our boy. We could play Ariana. Ariana would draw us 6 cards, and then we would see 2 more with Factory. Or we could play Archer, and Archer would refresh our hand, unfair stamp them down to 3, and then we would draw 2 more with this. I think we really want to like really maximize our odds of seeing this Rocket's energy, so we're gonna bite the bullet and play the Ariana here. Huge. Okay, that is so big for us. Next up, we want to play. We're gonna go Team Rockets Factory. If we can get Ultra Ball or a Spidops, we're chilling, or a Stretcher. Okay, not good. So next up, we just desperately need this Great Ball to hit heads. If this Great Ball hits heads, we got the KO. Can we do it? No. Darn. Okay. So unlucky. On the bright side, we still can attach, and we can still go for the Erasure Ball. And do we need to discard the energy off this boy? No, we don't. I want to keep him as a potential live threat still. So we're gonna keep it just as the 160. Now, one thing we have going for us here is that Iron Hands swings for 120. So they can't amp our Spidops, but they can amp our other attackers as well. So that's a problem, is potentially a problem as well. Super close. I can't call it yet. We need to gun down this Hands though. And because it's 230, it's 10 HP over the threshold of us only discarding one. So luckily we can discard 2 energies off the same Spidops. It can be off, it doesn't just have to be off 2. So we can go Giovanni, bring it up. Okay, so it looks like they're going for a slower play this turn. So we could go Giovanni, bring up this guy, and then swing for the knockout. Yeah, that's the play. That's the play. We're not popping off like crazy, but we're popping off just the right amount. Oh, the switch is big. That means they can reset. Oh, that's scary. They could amp our Mewtwo for 3, and we're in a bad spot here. So I think we have to... we're gonna have to Iono them to 3 here. Oh, okay. What's the play? They're bossing up our Spidops. Okay, so that means they're not gonna go for the 3 prize board wipe. So here we're gonna Iono them to 1. Okay, let's kick things off with the Mimikyu, or Iono 2 in this case. Okay, 1 Spidops is big. We're just gonna thin down our hand. So let's just play the Poffin. We'll go charge up once here. We'll play the... They haven't attached... I don't want to help them draw into the lightning. They would need lightning. They would need lightning gust. They would need lightning boss to win. Yeah. Archer, random 2, or Iono. Okay, we're gonna put the Articuno in. And then honestly, if we're able to... Yeah, I think... So we have 2 options here. We can Giovanni up this, and if we're able to draw a Spidops or a Night Stretcher, we have the instant KO in the hands. And that's like playing to win. Like that's the aggressive play, because that's their win condition. They have to take 2 with this guy. But other than that, we could play the safe route, the defensive route, and go hand disruption. I think I want to go with the aggressive route. So let's go with the aggressive route, shall we? We're going to go Giovanni. Bring in our boy. Promote this guy. That's their big win condition. And we need to hit a way to get an additional energy on the board. Can we discard any energies? We can discard any energies. Does Rocket's energy count as 2? 2, okay. I'm not sure if it counts as 2 or not. But we're going to put that in. And we will do the play. 1, 2. 280. Okay. So we went for the aggressive play to deny them the win and also potentially lock in the bag there, because now they can take 2 prizes, I believe. Unless they destroy our Mewtwo with something big. There's the boss. There's this Tarountula. What's the play here? Are we going to win? We win. All right, I'll take it. I'm very happy. We played for the win here rather than playing for the defensive play. And I'm happy we took the W. Game number 3 is going to be a fun, challenging game against a deck that you typically wouldn't probably play against. It's going to be against Steven's Metagross EX. Now, we are going to be having a little bit of a hard time because, of course, we're grass-type attackers swinging into steel-type attackers for resistance. So we're going to have to work a little harder for this one. Let's see how the game plays out. All right, let's hop into another match. This time we're playing against Vinny S. DeSantos. Ooh, unfortunately, no Team Rocket's Proton to kick things off. And let's not bench the Mimikyu. Honestly, we don't want to ever bench the Mimikyu until we know it's not going to be a complete liability for some Monkey Dory shenanigans. That seems to be one of the biggest weaknesses too, as Mimikyu is just 2 Monkey Dory pings away from getting destroyed. We can at least buddy pop in 2 Tarountulas out and attach for turn. And then regardless if the Tarountula gets knocked out or not, we'll have a Spidops that can attack on the following turn. We got 2 more benched Pokemon. Ooh, Mulligan, nice. What are we playing against? What are we playing against? Ooh, Metagross. We're playing against Steven's Metagross. This is cool. So this is actually a deck I'm cooking myself as well. So stay tuned for that. I was playing a bunch of Metagross earlier today, having so much fun with it. All right, so turn 1, always, you know, discard the grass, get the grass in the discard. And we'll go Proton here. And then in this matchup, we actually can use Mewtwo EX. And then we'll grab all these as well. And yeah, Mewtwo EX is actually a good attacker in this matchup too. Here we'll go attach to Tarountula. Metagross does play Monkey Dories as well. At least my deck does. So they might play Monkey Dory as well. But you know what? They have the Dusknoir build, so maybe they don't play the monkeys. Maybe they had to make room for the Duskull build, the Duskull line that way. But my version has Monkey Dories in it too, and it's a really fun build. So yeah, I'll actually have the Metagross starter deck right here. You guys can see on the webcam right here. I'm opening that on the channel tomorrow. Okay, we got hit with the Iono. There's a cool promo one right there. And are we just seeing a pass, or are you going to retreat into Ichipala? No. So just leaving the Duskull in the active, or are you going to give me one of the Beldums? Surely you'll give me one of the Beldums, because that Dusknoir damage could come clutch for them at some point. Okay, so here we can evolve. We have the knockout. Rocket's Transceiver. And am I okay with knocking out the Duskull, or do I want to take down one of their other Pokemon? I think we value setup here. I think we just want to highly value the setup here. So we will attach Band to Tarountula. We'll charge up, and then I'll attach to Rocket's Mewtwo and Ariana here for a bunch. Nice. Spidops gets to evolve, and then I'm not scared of a Monkey Dory line because they play the Dusknoir line. I'll also bench the Mimikyu while we're at it, and Rocket Rush for the knockout. So in this scenario, Mimikyu is just going to be a free retreat pivot for this matchup, because I don't believe there's any Terra-type Pokemon in the Metagross deck. So it's a free retreat pivot, and it also allows our Spidops to hit for 30 more damage than it would otherwise. And that's gonna, like, every damage is gonna matter here, because Metagross, as you guys know, is a Steel-type Pokemon. They are resistant to grass, so it's gonna do -30 for all of our attacks here. So let's see what they do here. Kicking things off with an Ultra Ball. So maybe they're just going to grab the Metagross now. They might have Rare Candy in hand, or they want to maximize the odds of drawing the Rare Candy off of the Fez this way. They can just thin out Metagross out of their deck. So they're taking out, and they got the Metagross. So I'm sure they have Rare Candy in hand already, because they already used they could have used the Nest Ball too. Yeah, there's the Rare Candy. There's the Metagross. EX coming in. And this will be a close game for sure. The Sneasel we have might come in handy for two-shotting the Metagross, so I want to keep that in my back pocket as well. But Mewtwo EX is going to be clutch in this matchup. It's going to allow us to go for those 2 prize Pokemon, because one-shotting the Metagross is going to be literally impossible. Here, they're going to take 1 prize off our Metagross, and then we can go, or 1 prize off our Spidops. There's the Poffin. Are they going to grab a Duskull? I'd assume a Duskull here. Yeah, there's the Duskull coming in. We can just go attach, and then charge up, and then swing with this guy. I don't think we want to attack with the Mewtwo just yet. We want to keep going in with the 1 prizers. So unless we can get the Rockets, unless we got Giovanni off the draw. So we're going to kick things off with the charge up, and nice, we got the Night Stretcher in hand too. Night Stretcher means we can bring back our Spidops. Evolve that one now too. Poffin's cool. We can fail the Poffin. So we do have the Sneasel. We're gonna go attach to. Let's go charge up here. And then there's no reason to attack with the Defiance Band one, I believe. Let me just do the math here. We're doing 3, 6, 9, 12, 15. We're doing 15 minus 30, 120. So we're gonna hit for 120. And then when we attack with a Murkrow, we'll be able to knock it out. It just has to be on the bench. So we'll promote this guy, attach for turn, and then Ariana gives us 4. That's clutch. The counter gain's pretty good. So counter gain means we can literally attack with the Spidops for free after we've charged it up once, as long as we're behind on prizes, or it can fulfill the Erasure Ball colorless attack cost as well. There's a good chance we can hit with an Iono here. I think I'm kind of comfortable putting the counter gain on the. Ooh, they swing for 200. I'm worried about Dust Noir. Dust Noir, if I put Bravery Charm on the Mewtwo, doesn't make a difference. Okay, so we're gonna put counter gain onto the Mewtwo, and we'll smack him with the Rocket Rush here. So on this next turn, I think what we're gonna have to do is we get knocked out by the Spidops. We Rockets Proton our Sneasel, and then we're gonna counter catcher the Fez into the active, and then we'll be able to ping the Sneasel from the bench. Because one of the things that's really annoying about the Sneasel is it only attacks benched Pokemon. So we have to make sure that it's not in the active when we're swinging into it. Okay, so there's the attachment. They can still use their Metagross ability here. And the Dusclops is annoying too, because the Dusclops can just take a free knockout on our Tarountula. So it's like a race to get our Taruntulas evolved as well in this matchup. But we didn't take a knockout, so no Fez. That's another big weakness to the Metagross deck as well, is they don't have a draw engine either. They have really easy energy acceleration, like really, really easy energy acceleration. So that's at the cost of onboard draw. So they have to rely on their strong supporters or hitting Pokegear or Fez. So if we're not taking knockouts, then they don't get that draw. So that's another thing we can play around too. We're both decks that have really weak late game to Iono. So we might want to save our Iono for the very end as well in this scenario. So there's a Metal Stomp. So we're going to go ahead and promote our Mimikyu. And then here, thankfully they don't have a Metagross. But we're going to go, now we're going to go Team Rocket's Proton, out the Sneasel, out the Articuno. We'll bench everything. And then we'll put Rocket's Energy there, all according to plan. Unfortunately, we don't have a Stadium out yet, but I wish we did have the Stadium. And then we can counter gain up the Fez. And the reason we chose Fez in this scenario is if they get a Metagross, Metagross's ability only works when you target Psychic and Metal Pokemon. So even if they were to get a Metagross, they can't charge up the Fez with the ability. So this would force them to hand attach. And the thing is, their deck really doesn't like to hand attach too often like that. So we're going to be able to swing for 240 and then knock out the Metagross. And they have a bunch of energies in the discard too. And like there's a bunch of energies on field. I think it's like 4 metal, 4 psychic they play. So there's 4 metal on the board and they might have 1 psychic in deck left. So they would have to draw into the psychic. Or have a Night Stretcher. Yeah. So what's the play here? They're gonna get the Metagross. They got the Metagross. Okay. They grab the Metagross. We got flip the script. What will flip the script bring? If they can get a manual attachment, they're chilling. But also, they also need to attack as well. And they're running very low on energy. So let's see what they do here. Super Rod. And if they ever explode that Dusclops, that means we just have game. because we can go attach Giovanni and take a 2-prize knockout. So there's a Super Rod. Super Rod is so big in this deck too. If they don't have the Super Rod, they're not going to be able to accelerate those free energies. But do they have attach for turn? Do they have attach for turn? That is the big question. Because if you're not attaching from hand to retreat, you're not hurting me. They do have the Dust Noir, and the Dust Noir could explode if they're getting really desperate. They could explode the Dust Noir to try and grab an energy from their prize cards. But yeah, then we just, you know, okay, they're doing the Dust Noir play. What will they go for? Probably our Spidops. Yeah, so our Spidops takes the beating. But they have, this deck is another deck that has no way to take additional prize cards. So outside of the Dust Noir shenanigans, there's no other way to get multi-prize turns. So they still need 3 prizes. We now need 2. And again, all we need to do is hand attach Giovanni. And we have Ultra Ball in hand, so our Ultra Ball could get a Spidops. And that would mean, oh, we got Turo. Turo's one way to retreat. But yeah, because we have the Ultra Ball in hand, we can just Ultra Ball and get the Spidops, and that will give us the 220 we need to swing at that Clefairy there. So, or the Fez if we wanted to. Can't they Fez twice in the same turn with the same Fez? No, right? It's once per turn. You can't use more than one flip the script ability per turn. So it specifies you can't use that ability more than once. Pokemon like Mew EX though, you can use more than once if it re-enters the fray, re-enters the battlefield. So here I'm feeling really good because they can't disrupt our hand unless they play Unfair Stamp, but we're not looking at an Unfair Stamp just yet. Yeah, I think we have it. All right, let's see if we can seal the deal here. We're also behind on prizes too, so our Mewtwo EX can... oh no, we're going to be equal in prizes. So our Mewtwo EX won't be able to attack for free, but I still think we have game here. So all we need to do is go attach for turn, and then Ultra Ball, we'll discard Iono, and I was going to say Porter Robinson, Proton. And then we go Spidops here. And then we got to charge up. So now we're swinging for 220. And then we'll just bench. We actually needed this Pokemon in our hand because we didn't have 4, we can't attack, right? So we need, I think, right? So that we got that. Then we got Giovanni. Giovanni brings in our Mewtwo. We bring in their Clefairy. And then we'll just flex on them one time for the one time that we had that in hand as well. And there we go. A very fun close game against Stevens and Metagross. They got punished for overbenching the Clefairy, but they also went ahead and benched the Pheasantipity when they didn't need to either. So, I mean, I guess you kind of need to because they again suffer from late game Ionos, so maybe that's their safe play, but it gives us another 2 prize liability. Game number 4 is going to be against Marnie's Grimmsnarl EX. This is supposedly the best deck, or not the best deck, but the new best deck that is available that you can play from the new set Destined Rivals. And of course, Mewtwo EX is not an attacker we're going to want to use in this deck, so having only one Mewtwo EX means our liabilities go down, meaning we have less chances of starting it. So let me show you guys how this game goes down. And it is an insanely close one, maybe the closest game of this video. All right, we have another game. We're playing against Poke La Pass this time around. Oh, that's a sick coin. Where is that from? Is that NAIC's coin? I've never seen that coin before. Usually I'd skip this part of the video, but that's a really beautiful coin. Oh, it is the NAIC coin. Oh, for Europe. Oh, EUIC coin. Okay. We won the coin toss. Let's go first, of course. What are we playing against? I don't know. Ooh, Snorunt and Friends. Okay. We don't know what Friends, but they could be some very annoying ones. Let's go ahead and grab Tarountula, and then I think the Mimikyu is always safe just so we have a retreat pivot for RGO. We go attach, or bench, plop that in. And then we can also go attach to the active. And then honestly, we'll just go receiver now in case we get item locked, just so we can get the Ariana out. It never feels amazing, you know, having to play your supporter and then play your item, they know what supporter is in hand and they could just Iono you, but it's better than just not playing it and getting item locked, and we don't have a draw supporter for the next turn. So we're playing against Marnie's Grimmsnarl with our Mewtwo EX deck for this one. Pretty cool. And there's the Iono, so
They could have probably chosen between Research or Iono. They play Iono here. Let's see what this gives us. Nice. Okay. Honestly, that was maybe even better for us than not. And this is a matchup that, you know, typically Mewtwo EX would be annoyed with because you get hit for weakness by the Marnie's Grimmsnarl EX. But in this scenario, we are very much more of a Spidops deck than a Mewtwo deck. So let's see what we can do here. We'll drop in the factory. We'll put the gain on the Tarountula here. And then I also want to... Do we have any energies in the discard? No, we have no energies in this card. Let's go Ultra Ball, discarding Proton and Wobbuffet. Grab ourselves a Spidops. We might just be swinging into the active here, but... So like there's two options here, right? We could go high aggro, high risk, high reward, and go Transceiver for Giovanni, and then hopefully hit an energy off of the two we draw, or we play the Iono now. And good chance we get the knockout, but then they'll have the guaranteed return KO with the Marnie's Grimmsnarl, because they'll probably have a way to just simply evolve into it. So we're going to go for the higher risk play. We'll go Transceiver here for the Giovanni. We'll go Giovanni, bring in our free retreater, give me the Morgrim, and so much of this just relies on if we get an energy off this right here. We failed it, and so now we're gonna have to just I think we take the L. We take a fat L here and just give them a pass. So let's see how this turn goes down. So they're gonna need to, because we didn't take a knockout, they can't counter capture us. So there's a Spikemuth, so they can just grab Marnie's Grimmsnarl for free. One of our saving graces here is they don't have a Monkey Dory set up yet. So when the Monkey Dories hit the board, that's when things get a little scary. All right, there's the Grimmsnarl coming in very soon. Iono basically just has to pop off here. And luckily for us, because they have the Frostlass on the board, we will take knockouts on the Marnie's Grimmsnarl in between turns. So it's gonna deny Fez. So yeah, let's see what they do. Frostlass is gonna get them down to 300. And if we have a 5 board state, we get to swing for the 300. So they're gonna go for the Tarountula here. Put 30 on our Mimikyu. Here, let's go ahead and promote the Mimikyu. Everybody takes some damage from the Frostlass. And now it's our turn to Iono. Ooh, Secret Box that we don't get to play. Yeah, let's hit him with the Iono. See what we get next. Finally, an energy. Okay, so we're good there. So we can go promote our boy. And then we'll also factory. And then play Great Ball. Heads. Let me just... The rocket sound effects are freaking killing me, man. Alright. We got the Spidops. We'll evolve one Spidops here. And then we hit the attachment for turn, which is everything. Rocket Rush for the KO. Or not KO, for 300. And they're going to self-inflict their knockout in between turns. Alright, so now they're down to 1 Imp and Dimp left remaining. But all they need... They really, like... Marnie's Grimmsnarl does not need much to pop off. Unfortunately, they promote Snorunt here, so that's a little bit of a saving grace. They're not just jumping right into the Marnie. Oh, there we go, Spikemuth. So here will we see the grab of Grimmsnarl or Morgrims. Ooh, discarding Research or something else. So surely they have Research or Iono in hand here. Retreating into a Impidimp. Okay, so the other Impidimp without the energy on it. Spikemuth probably gives him more. Okay, so we're not going for a candy route. There's the Morgrim, and is that Research or Iono in your hand? That is Iono. Okay, so we're gonna go down to 4 cards here. Now, of course, guys, this Rockets deck is a deck that is heavily punished by Iono. So the fact that our opponent is playing these Ionos now rather than later is really to our advantage, because Sure, they're not going to see a bunch of cards with research, but that means we have less Ionos to have to worry about later into the game as it plays out. So again, our main objective is to set up as many Spidops as we can as possible, so everything is just like a live, ready attacker before we get Iono to oblivion later on in the game. So there's the pass. And so here, luckily for us, we have the Transceiver, so we can go Transceiver, grabs us our Giovanni, promote Mimikyu, give me your Morgrim, retreat, Spidops, and then here, let's do attachment to that guy. We'll go, we're gonna get Iono this coming turn, so let's just get this Night Stretcher out of our hands too, and set up another Tarountula. While we're at it, refresh our deck for fun. And so we have Transceiver and Ariana, so we'll Rocket Rush for 360 here for the knockout. And on this next turn, our Mimikyu is probably going to get knocked out by their Monkey Dory, because our Mimikyu is actually really clutch in this matchup, just for that retreat pivot. Luckily for us too, one good thing about Rocket's energy is it counts as 2, so you can always use it to just retreat from the Spidops if we need to, or we can always just attack with it too if we have a grass in the discard. So there is our Monkey Dory taking that KO. Goodbye Mimikyu, you put in work, but now they're down to 1 Marnie's Impidimp here. So there's that Iono. Iono down we go. I'm surprised they didn't Iono first and then do the Monkey Dory KO, because they would have been able to draw 1 more card. There's a Spikemuth, but maybe they had like a combo of some sort in their hand. Hopefully they don't got rare candy. If they got rare candy here, they're taking the KO. But again, we kind of just win, right? We kind of just win because we need to have 5 Pokemon in total. You need 5 Pokemon, so I don't want to count my chickens before they hatch. We do need to get 1 more Pokemon on the board for the guaranteed KO and a Grimmsnarl. So our Mimikyu dying there is also problematic as well. So we're again, no onboard draw is really rough for this deck, and right now we're hanging on by a thread, and they did send our Mewtwo to the bottom, so that's 1 less basic Pokemon we could draw into. So there is the rare candy play. So basically this whole next turn that is about to go down will rely on us. Wait, did they just pass? They didn't have an energy left in deck. They're short energies. Oh my god. Okay, so in this case we have the knockout. Let's go Ultra Ball, discarding both of those. We will set up the Sneasel. Ooh, the Sneasel could be sick for a play. Yeah, we just need the basics. We need the basics out, I think. We'll get a Sneasel out. We'll go attach to this Tarountula, and then Rocket Rush for knockout. So that was big that they were just out of dark energies. All the dark energies were in the discard or on the field already. So here is the Monkey Dory and a Dream, and all we need is 1 final prize, and we take it. So let's see what they got for us here. They could take knockout with Monkey Dory damage and KO 1 of us, but that won't be enough. So I'm pretty sure we could have game here. I'm not sure what our opponent might see though. They do have 4 cards available. Let's see if it's of any help. If they're gonna Spikemuth first as well. So there's a research. We're gonna be dumping 2 Arvins and a Stadium, and then is it playable or are they gonna scoop after that? But the pure aggression of Rocket Spidops just hitting for weakness is everything in this matchup. Again, if we ever start Mewtwo EX, we're in a bad spot. So that's one of the reasons too, you know, with Grimmsnarl raising in popularity, you don't want to necessarily start Mewtwo and get cooked. So dropping the Mewtwo EX count down to 1 is a really good choice. And here, they're just going to try and counter catcher stall play here. We luckily have Vessel, and I think we still have 1 grass in deck. I think we play 5 grass. We have 3 grass on board, 1 in the discard. So as long as this one singular prize card that is remaining isn't the grass energy, we just win the game. So let's hope that that last prize card isn't a grass. And then I think we're in a good spot. But these, ooh, the frost lashes coming in are gonna hurt us. This Spidops will get knocked out. And that would put grass energy in our discard, which would mean if we hit a Night Stretcher, we also win the game. Oh, but the Badoo is huge. Okay, so this means we're gonna have to raw draw into the freaking energies, or a way to just switch out. So now it's getting really down to the wire here. Itchy Pollen hit us for 20. Items are off now, and the Frost Slash damage is ticking in hard. We lose 2 there. Oh my gosh, it's getting real close now. Now they win. They win if we don't top deck. Oh, we top decked it. We top decked it. That is insanely clutch. Oh my gosh. So all we have to do here is retreat into our Spidops, and then we can charge up with the exact energy, and then we can swing in for the knockout. Oh my gosh, what a nail biter of a game. Wow, fun one. Very fun game of Mewtwo EX versus Marnie's Grimmsnarl right there. It doesn't get closer than that. We needed to top deck the energy or a way to pivot. For game number 5, we have another insanely close game as well. This time it's going to be against Articuno EX. So we're going to have a couple of things to worry about. We're going to have to worry about poison. We're going to have to worry about resistance. And we're going to have to worry about things like Professor Turo's scenario taking all of our hard work off the board. So this one is maybe, I want to say the closest game from this video. So enjoy. Again, if you guys enjoy hanging out with me for these late night, well, I film these late night long gameplay videos, I would love if you hit that like button down below. It would really mean a lot to me. Going first, so let's put the Tarountula in. The Sneasel is a really strong card, but it's a really great card as a surprise attacker. And it looks like we're playing against Archaludonk, I should say, with the poison package as well. So it could be a little annoying at times, but I'm glad we got first, and they gave us, well, we already had a Proton, but they gave us another one. So let's kick things off with the Tarountula. We go Proton, go boom, boom, and we're gonna need the Mewtwo for this matchup. Let's bench. And honestly, a part of me is like, don't play the factory because it's just going to get bumped, but our hand is pretty dead the next turn, so we need the factory to draw 2. So let's draw 2, shall we? And Secret Box is crazy as well. There's a chance we get hit with an Iono. I don't necessarily need to play the Secret Box now, but I think we're in a good spot, honestly. Yeah, let's play the Secret Box now. We would lose Proton. We could lose the energy. And the Sneasel, maybe. We go 1, 2. No, I think we're okay. Let's do the Secret Box. We'll discard the Proton, discard the Sneasel, discard the Giovanni's so good. We'll discard the Night Stretcher. I think that's okay. No, we're gonna get Earthen Vessel, I think. Okay, we're gonna go factory. Oh, we could also just discard a counter gain as well here, because we want to transceiver. We want to rocket transceiver this next turn. Yeah. Item. Oh no, we're gonna get a supporter anyways. Ariana, Earthen Vessel. Yeah, that's the play. That's the play. So now we can go Earthen Vessel, the grass. Grab. Oh wow, no shot. We have 1 grass. We've prized 3 grass energies. Okay, that could be very problematic here. We're gonna go ahead and attach to Tarountula. We'll put the gain here and pass. Okay, so we prized more than half of our grass energies. Hopefully we have rockets. Oh gosh, we're going hard. We're going hard on this turn 1. Both players playing both of their ace specs. So turn 1 Precious Trolley. Let's see how Hamuta does on their turn 1. We got the Monkey Dory, Latias, Pecharunt, Brute Bonnets, and a Duraludon. There's the easy bump we were expecting. There's the turn 1 Iono we were also kind of expecting. So fresh new 6. Let's see what we get here. Nice. We got this. That was really good for us. That Iono was honestly better. I think we have a better hand now after that, and we're gonna get hammered in here. All right, so here we're gonna go get that out of here. Spidops evolves. We'll go charge up our boy, and then we're gonna go Poffin out the Mimikyu, means we can do more damage. We're swinging for 150 now. We'll go Great Ball. If we hit Spidops, I'm a happy lad. No, we got Tails. Honestly, it might not even be worth grabbing anything. Just because we're going to Transceiver and then go Ariana. So I think we're just going to... I think we're just going to leave it. We're going to leave it in the deck. We'll go Hand Attached to Mewtwo. Yeah, that's always correct. And now we can go Ariana. And Ariana's going to draw 7 cards for us here. And then we're going to get 2 more off the factory. Oh, baby. Beautiful, beautiful. All right. Now, we want to maximize our chances at drawing as much Spidops as we possibly can. And in this scenario, if we play Ultra Ball or Great Ball first, that means we can't draw it off the factory. And we want to keep the items, the Transceiver in our hand as well. So we're going to kick things off with the factory. And maybe get something we don't need as well too that we can discard. Okay, so now that that's done, we're gonna go Great Ball. And if Great Ball gives us like Articuno now, then we can discard it. But now we got Spidops, so that's big. So let's grab 1 Spidops here. Do we have any grass? No, we have no grass in the discard because they're all on the field. So Spidops, you get to evolve there. And then we have Defiance Band. We might want to hold on to it. Okay, we're gonna go Ultra Ball here. I think the E-switches might come in handy later. I'm not sure. I don't think it will, honestly. We'll discard the energy switch. And we hit for 190 with Mewtwo Defiance Band. Defiance Band goes 310 if we're behind. So we need a Defiance Band, I think. So we're going to discard the Transceiver and the energy switch, because we want to get these Spidops up and ready. Can't have them be liabilities for the Monkey Dory later on, of course. And then now I think we'll just get the Defiance Band. Honestly, no, it might come down to the point where we might want to Bravery Charm our Mewtwo instead, because if they swing at us with the Binding Mochi, or the Mochi plus 220 and poison, and Monkey Dory damage. So I'm not going to commit the Defiance Band just yet, just in case. Bravery Charm might be the better grab. And we do have to keep in mind that we are in fact 1 stadium down, 1 stadium on the board, and we have 1 stadium left. And I know based off the mulligans that they have Jamming Tower as well. So that is a stadium we have to be concerned about potentially. But on the bright side here, you know, we did just actually get our 3rd grass energy off the prize cards here. So that is a little, that does help lighten the load in terms of attachments for turn. All right, we got Arven getting discarded for the Earthen Vessel. Get those metals in the hand. If they get Ultra Ball, then they can just pop off here. Will we see the Ultra Ball, or are we going to see a... Oh, there's the Ultra Ball. Okay. Ultra Ball, going to grab them the Archelodon EX. And so yeah, we need to hit that 300 somehow. And we only have 2 ways to hit 300, right? We have Mewtwo EX with Defiance Band. We also could potentially go for a Sneasel play at some point if we do send the Archelodon to the bench, so we could two-shot the Archelodon that way. I think we're gonna two-shot. We're gonna keep the Mewtwo on the bench. I think that's correct. Or we can go for the Latias right now. If we could go for the Latias here and start the 3 prize trades. I think we're gonna do that, honestly. I think getting rid of the Latias could be pretty clutch here. Alright, let's charge up. 1, charge up 2, and then hand attach to Mewtwo. I think taking down that Latias is actually going to be really good, so it means that they can't do some annoying plays. And I don't think they can necessarily 1-hit KO our Mewtwo. We're going to go Giovanni, bring in Mewtwo, bring in your Latias, and then we'll draw 2. Hitting the Spidops is pretty sick. And then here we have the Night Stretcher, but I think I really want to save the Night Stretcher for the Sneasel later on in the game. I think we're going to bench the Articuno. And then I think that's it. I think that's all we can do. We'll attack. And all we need to do is discard 1 grass. And that's going to hit for 220. We got the knockout there. So we're playing around that. 2 prize KO. And then now if they bench a Fez. If they bench a Fez or get another 2 prizer out, that's big chillin' for us. There's the jamming tower. Okay, so now we're getting Iono'd. So now we have to bump that tower. I'm sure they only play 1 tower, so we have 1 factory to bump that tower, and that's huge for us. Ariana for insane draw power, or Transceiver. We could, if we get knocked out this turn, we could grab the Archer. Here's the Earthen Vessel. Transceiver could also grab us the Giovanni, so we could take a 2. Do we? No, we. No. I'm getting ahead of myself here. I think I'm not sure what we're gonna do yet. Let's find out. Let's find out what the play is. Metal Defender. Okay. We don't play Rocket's Bomb. That'd be cool if we hit 280 on him. All right, so here. Oh, they have the Monkey Dory shenanigans. Could be annoying as well here. He could like Monkey Dory damage and then poison, and they can't. Well, they could retreat and then kill us with poison. So that's a play they could do. All right, let's start off with a. Do I want to? Or I could go for the Petron here, or I could go for the monkey here. Ooh, I could go for the monkey here. No, I think I want to get the big damage on him. Okay, let's go Ariana. Nice. Ariana means we bump that. And then Earthen Vessel will just thin out the Poffin. Oh, we have a grass. Oh, that's cool. Also rare grass energy. Here we go. Factory. Okay. What do we do here? We have 60 health remaining. They could go double monkey and then we're cooked. Yeah, if they go double monkey, we're farmed. We go Bravery Charm of the active now. And then we'll go charge up. And then I'll have like 1 dedicated homie ready to go. And then we'll Erasure Ball here. Yeah, let's do that. And we'll discard 1, 2. Yeah, that's fine. Alright, 280 there. Ooh, it's a close one. This is a fun, close game against Archelodon, not gonna lie. Oh, they could go monkey on the Mimikyu. And then take 3 prizes that way. But then we're still down to a single prize board state. So that is our saving grace. Okay, yeah, so they might go for the double monkey play. And they could go retreat, swing with this, and then poison dong. We'll see what they do here. Arven. Oh. Oh, snap. If they get a Turo play. If they get another Turo play. Oh, if they get a Turo play. They haven't played Turo yet. I'm sure they have Turo. You don't play Archaladon without Turo. They have to have a Turo, so we kind of just got a little lucky there by them not Turoing there. But we need this Archaladon gone this next turn. So we will be swinging with a Spidops. If it runs away, we'll be Giovanniing it up. And if it doesn't run away, then we're just going to smack it with the Spidops either way. Alright, Ultra Ball and the Ancient Capsule. Are we going to see the Capsule be fodder for the Ultra Ball? I would assume so. There's Ultra Ball discarding 2 Metal Energies, so they're just going to have a fresh Archaladon. So that's the game plan. Have a fresh Archaladon ready to go. They can retreat this one. I didn't take a knockout last turn, so no Fez. If they bench... Ooh, they benched Fez. Alright, assemble Aloy. So they can retreat, but they still can't Fez. So that's big for us. So now we have another 2 prize Pokemon we could like swing into as well. So here's the fresh Archaladon coming in. Oh yeah, we're just gonna go down to a single prize board state here, which is nice for us. Yeah, we have to swing at that Archaladon before it's too late. Okay, we're gonna go promote the Mimikyu. And then now it's like, oh, maybe I should have put the charm on the Mimikyu. Okay, let's go Spidops here. And then, as long as we can Gust at the very end of the game, we play 3 Giovannis. There's one there. As long as we can Gust at the end of the game, we're in a good spot. I'll charge up this one too. Can we charge all of our bugs? All of our little homies? Oh yeah, we can charge all of the homies. Okay. All the homies get charged up. And then now we go Giovanni. Bring in our boy. And we're swinging for 120 at the moment. And then we're going to go Rocket's Factory for 2. Ionos are cool. I think we have to put the band on the Spidops here too, because it's going to be very close for our damage numbers later on. We just need to thin those out. And then we'll go Rocket Rush for knockout. Okay. So what we have going on here is a single prize board state, and they need to take 3 prizes on this next turn. They have no damage counters on board, which would limit them even using Monkey Dory damage to kill our Mimikyu, which is humongous. We have a 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 card hand, 9 card deck, with 1 Giovanni left in deck. Transceivers, we got 1 Transceiver in hand and another one in deck as well. So we have a lot of outs. We have a lot of outs. There's a good chance we get Iono to 1 here. I would not be surprised with Fez hitting us with an Iono to 1. And this is where the deck kind of fumbles, is if we get Iono to 1, can we draw out of it? Arven. No, not an Iono. Did they use Ionos? 2 Ionos earlier. Are they going to play an Iono now? Or if they don't hit us with an... Oh, Metal Defender. Okay. Humongous for us. Alright, so now, as long as we have the last Giovanni in deck, we win the game. As long as that last Giovanni's in deck, and I'm not sure if it is. So let's draw for turn. Let's bench a Wobbuffet. Let's charge up because we got to charge up. Let's charge up again one more time. And this is the moment of truth. We win the game if we have the energy, or not the energy, if we have the Giovanni in deck. Here we go. Transceiver, moment of truth. We got it. Chat, we got it. We got the Giovanni for the game. Let's bring in our boy, and then let's bring in this guy and swing for 300 into the relic camp. That is how it's done, baby. Let's go. And we got the grass energy out of the prizes. Alright, if you guys enjoyed this video, feel free to click on the deck profile if you want to learn more about Mewtwo EX, or just click to watch some more gameplay here, a tournament vlog I just posted featuring Zacian. Anyways, I appreciate you guys watching.